Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. I don't ever get to play around with the mesh foot fill tool, but this is pretty cool, and I really want to try another color, but I'm afraid for the video I wouldn't make it very good, but I am going to try it. I'm going to make that light blue and take away the outline and hit P. And I'm going to get my mesh fill tool, just set on 2x2. Then I'm going to go right here and double click. Ah, well, tell you what, let me back up here. Let me double click on this line. And what it's doing, it's adding like a mesh fill type deal. Now you've got to be a little tedious about this, and then take this one and bring it in. 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 It doesn't have to be perfect. You could spend a lot of time. Now here's the little tedious part. Select them all. If you select them all and do this, you're going to get that. So we want to select them all, and then let me zoom in here better. Hold down, okay, select them all again. Hold down the shift key and deselect these. You can actually draw little boxes around them, but be careful not to move the lines. So stay off the lines when you're moving. So now just the outer ones are selected, and then go to a blue. So you've kind of, I must have missed that one right there. You've got a blue halo, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of unique that it's not perfect. You could maybe make it perfect. And then go back to the fill tool and double click on these lines and just keep double click on any line where you want to. And then double click like on this line, and then take these and maybe let's add a little white. Maybe the blue wasn't the best color. So maybe this color isn't the best color. The gold, I didn't use white, I used yellow. And really, if I got a, you know what, let's back up here. That'll be a good lesson. Let's make a lighter color. Well, you know what, I always work in RGB, so there's not that big a selection. You know, like there's a lighter color of turquoise. Let's fill it in. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's more like a green. Let's get back to the other turquoise. See, it's more like a blue. I've called it turquoise. Maybe it's just cyan. But what we could do is make this color a little lighter. So I'm going to hold down the control key and add some white. Boy, it's hard to tell, but it is getting lighter. Take away the outline. I'm going to add that to my arsenal. Look at that. Now I got a lighter one. Now get back to the interactive fill tool, and let's select these and select that lighter one. See, it's going to give it just a faint glow. Maybe not so much. Maybe it needs to be a little bit darker. That's why I worked with the gold and the yellow. And I think I'm a little more perfect with my blend or my mesh. You know what? Let's use that original turquoise. And now if I can find it. That don't look that bad. Kind of gives it a green tint and then check off of it. Not so much. Let's do a different color. Grab those. Let's make them, there we go, like a light green. You don't want to really do that, but I don't think it hurts anything. As as long as you're not moving nodes. Yeah, it does hurt when you get those lines like that. I don't get to play with this very much. There we go. It's just completely opposite what I wanted. But that's a pretty cool effect. I really like this one. It kind of looks shiny. So give that a shot sometime and hope that helps. Thank you for watching.